February the 15th, 2026. Guys, I had a couple of questions on the video I just did about the comet hitting the sun on April 4th. And so what I did, I put them here and did a screenshot. And there was one very good question. Thank you, Solomano7239, an hour ago. Thank you, BP. Let's hope that the Earth will be on the other side. Now, that's a very logical question. It's very fair. We're going to look at it in this video. Then we got Rocker Dave, 62. Thank you, Rocker. I wonder if this could create a CME upon impact, coronal mass ejection. Another very fair and honest question. Now, Sir John William from the UK. Now, I did a video about 10 years ago warning you guys in the UK, way before it got big here, about those DEI universities. You wouldn't listen, and you didn't listen about getting your country overrun. And so I think that's what we're dealing with here. Anyway, he replies to Rocker Dave about asking would there be a CME impact. He said, no chance any matter near the sun is disintegrated by the gravity and pressure. The sun looks at any material as hydrogen atoms. Smiley faces throughout there. Well, Sir John, again, I don't know what DEI course you've taken over there, or if you're watching CNN and the Science Guy. Could be either one. But we're going to look into this video, and it's just good to, before you say something like that, to at least have some concept of the solar system. Let's check this out. But again, thank you for the questions, guys, and especially the honest, fair ones that had some intelligence. Now, earlier this year, now I'm going back in time to 2011, October the 1st, and this is coming from Space Weather. It said earlier this year, the Solar Dynamics Observatory, SDO, watched another sun grazer disintegrate into the sun's atmosphere. Again, I call them sun divers, but it says on July 5th, 2011, which notice your date on this video, the unnamed comet appeared to interact with plasma and magnetic fields in its surroundings as it fell apart. Guys, unnamed, it came out of nowhere. This is just 2011. Could a puny comet cause a magnetic instability that might propagate and blossom into an impressive CME? The question is not so crazy as it once seemed to be. Again, thank you for the CME question. Now, it's important to realize one thing. You've got a couple of things that are going to happen. The sun has a shield very close to its magnetic fields that you see bubbling up, and anything that hits that is like hitting a brick wall of radiation, guys. But what happens is the magnetic lines, the canopy of the sun is electrified, and it creates havoc all through the sun. Anyway, spaceweather.com says most solar physicists would likely say that a puny comet couldn't set off a coronal mass ejection of solar particles. Again, maybe UK. But check out the video from over the weekend when a comet struck the sun. The images were animated by helioviewer.org, and this is LASCO C2, guys. You've seen it on my website forever. An open source project for the visualization of solar and heliospheric data that is funded by the European Space Agency and NASA. You've seen it many times. And I'm going to play this in another video. Now, this is if it's a large, what they call a sun grazer, that ends up impacting. So let's check it out again. Notice your date, 2011. Here we go. Notice the comet's going to start coming in the bottom right. Again, unnamed. Call it a sun grazer. Watch this. You're going to see two reactions. Look at that. That is, that is a powerful impact. And the other question was, what side of the sun will it hit? And how will that matter? It doesn't matter because you saw exactly on the opposite side of the impact. Watch again, I'm going to play it back again. Unnamed comet hits the sun, bam. You wouldn't want that coming straight at you from Earth. Now, we're going to look at, we'll let this play again, but I also want to look at some smaller comets. And they say, well, maybe that's what the UK is thinking. Anyway, you're going to see something very impressive from small ones. Here again comes the unnamed one. Look at that, man. So The guys in the UK, I'm sorry, Sir John. Sorry. Anyway, now let's look at two smaller comets coming in. Watch this. First that one, but look at this keel shot to the right. I'm going to play it back and forth. Again, double comets coming in. Sun, what they call sun grazers, when they're actually sun divers. They get so close that they're pulled in. First, the opposite side reaction, look at that. That is a dang keel shot right there. You would not want to be on the planet that hit. Now, again, that was to the right side. This comet we're watching is coming up from the bottom if you're looking from the Earth at the sun, but on the opposite side of these. We don't know how big it will be yet, but it's already the largest and most brightest, and one they detected earlier than anything. But look at that right there. Guys, that's two small comets, not a large one. We don't know what the size is yet of the incoming comet in the video. We can call it maps, like they do. But again, I wanted to answer those questions. They're fair. One was a little goofy, but that's okay. We understand the situation. But Sir John, I'll quit picking on you. Again, you asked for it. You got it. Anyway, Sir John, I'm going to quit picking on you. You know, you can't help it. You watch Bill Nye the Science Guy. I'm not even sure if he's a scientist. Anyway, it's good to learn. Okay, you'll get through this. Just don't panic. But obviously the sun reacts. And what I was going to say is that when a comet like this gets close to the sun, it does disintegrate. But what it does is when, again, it's hitting a highly radioactive magnetic wall, the canopy. You see the big loops when we're watching the sun. And when that happens, it triggers electronic magnetic pulses that travel through all those loops all the way around the sun. You saw the opposite impact results. So a comet coming in from one side, blowing out the other side. And then that kind of reverse reaction from that, like a backfire, with a deadly backfire. So, guys, we're watching it. Again, I wanted to come in and answer a couple of those questions, especially when you see misinformation. We need to watch it. We don't know what's going to happen yet, but it definitely affects our sun. And you saw two major blasts. So we'll keep an eye on it, guys. Again, the fourth angel. Let's just take a look at this a minute. Again, it's twice in the Revelation 8:12 trumpet judgment and Revelation 16:8, the bowl judgments. Both are dealing with the fourth angel. It says the fourth angel in Revelation is explicitly mentioned in two main contexts, depending on whether referring to the trumpet judgments or the bowl judgments. Again, Revelation 8:12, the fourth angel sounds his trumpet, causing a third of the sun, the moon, and the stars to be darkened. Think about that, guys. A third of the stars. Do you know that a lot of times we're talking about angels and fallen angels in particular? And there was a third that fell, remember, in that battle in heaven. Just saying. Revelation 16:8, the bowl judgment. The fourth angel pours out his bowl on the sun, allowing it to scorch humanity with fire. Remember, it's a bad deal, really bad deal. So we don't know if that is where we're going with all of this, but I think we're starting to see wars and rumors of wars. The planet is covered with that, if nothing else. And then look at the chaos. So I think we're going to start to see signs, especially if you know what to look for. And what that is, if you know what is going to happen when it is time for Christ to set his foot back down on this planet, it's going to be a joyous moment if you're ready for it. Anyway, guys, we're watching it. You watch it. I think I may do a little video about the book of Revelation, these sections in particular, and using the Greek references. It's a heads up, guys. Be safe.